we're in a moment where most of the OECD countries are struggling, really struggling, with how they maintain levels of public expenditure that support a state infrastructure when public debt is extremely high. And there has been significant effort to try and stimulate economies around the world in ways that favour long-term investment in environmental assets. But it's incredibly difficult to do. And often what happens in times of economic crisis is that people look inward, they close in, they feel it much harder to cooperate with others, they feel it far more difficult to look to long term, they feel insecure enough to worry about me right now. And much of what we need to do to deal with environmental issues has a very different temporal dimension. We have long-term systemic problems. We have risk that is highly distributed, dissipated. We have risk that's not in your face now, immediate, but takes decades to unfold. And it's extremely hard for governments who are on short-run political cycles and even worse, are in some sense judged by short-run economic and financial cycles to make long-term investments that take care of future generations. But that's precisely what we have to do. So what I'm looking to do, whether it's to work with the Prime Minister's Business Advisory Group here, or in work that we do for other governments or with other investors, is to try and find a way of working with the immediacy of today's financial risk, the obvious lack of public money at any scale to deal with these long-term problems, and yet make sure that that environmental dimension, the natural resource depletion issues, the resource efficiency and resource productivity questions of our times are embedded in the decisions we make today on how to allocate both public and private money into these vital assets of our economy. So every discussion that is going on around the world now about how to stimulate the economy should include how to do infrastructure in a way which is sustainable, how to do innovation in a way which increases the chances of managing our resource productivity and resource efficiency problems better, that allows us to make better information available to more people so we increase the chances of problem solving. Those are real asset investments that can produce good returns for private investors, but they're also ways that the macroeconomists that advise government can advise on how you do both, how you meet the current needs without jeopardizing future generations. And that's what I expect of good government.